Hello and welcome back to the Final Word. I'm, of course, your host Adam, joined once again by the former CCW World Champion, Wrex.
Hello.
Good to see you again. Of course, Jake again not available due to time constraints, but you know, thank you to Wrex for coming on under quite short notice, I might say, but you know, always reliable.
I have nothing else to do on my Mondays.
Right, yeah, this was the Road to Glory pay-per-view. Final stop before Resolution. Unfortunately, Wrex bottled it. Not really got anything to do anymore.
Oh, I have plenty to do.
All right, anyway.
Turmoil, though.
Yeah. Right, anyway, so we kicked off the show with a Mark Reese and Matty May promo. Obviously, for those of you who don't know, Mark Reese and Matty May is actually Jacob Trance and Aries. They disguised themselves as rookies to give themselves a new challenge, which I see is fair enough.
Well,
I can understand
out the window.
Yeah, I can understand why. Obviously, you know, let's not like
Pretty sure
beat around
Ace
the
was
bush.
trying to hide that fact, but you know what are you gonna do?
Well, I mean, it's been in Gen Chat for a couple of weeks now. I think they've very much accepted that people know. But if you didn't, now you do. The whole
I can hear
intention.
the angry message Trance is sending me already.
Well, I deduced it myself from Gen Chat, and then I spoke to a couple of people who were a bit more in the know than me, and I kind of had my suspicions. What's the word? Whatever. I had my suspicion. Oh, fuck it. Anyway, so they did this little promo. Mark Reese, obviously. I think Mark Reese has been impressive to the point where I can sort of look like, obviously on the one hand you can see, oh yeah, these two have their heads screwed on way too much to where you could see that it is more experience. There's more experience there.
Yeah.
But like, I just think the Mark with me, I don't mean to be offensive to anyone, but he gives me like a bit of like an autistic vibe.
Like, it does give the feel of he's definitely not all up there in the head.
Yeah, I think you know,
I think that was the point.
Yeah, it kind of works with the character. There's just this big, stocky lad who just doesn't want anyone to be sad, but he wants to throw you around like a motherfucker. I think these two obviously have a lot of potential in the tag division, which on Turmoil is kind of lacking at the moment. Again, I think it's sort of the tag divisions were sort of kind of picked up at the start of season 14, but since now, I mean, had results.
It's always great when the one half of the tag champions is also one half of the new up-and-coming tag team.
Yeah, as I was going to say, had results gone a certain way, we could have had 2 tag team champions over 4 belts. So you know, make of that what you will. But then, so we had a. I mean, speaking of autistic, the man called Jupiter had a nice little promo. He
this thing.
Yeah, he made his presence very much known. You know, Jake's 24th ult of the year, which
only 24.
I know, it's ridiculous. Anyway, that brought us on to the first match of the night, the rookie clusterfuck over the top battle royal with no prize on the line. Simply 6
as it should be.
Yeah, simply 6 rookies, and
nothing like opening your match with gunshots. Yeah. This is America.
And closing the match with gunshots potentially as well.
Solomon active shooter Kane on his way back to the ring.
Yeah, I to be honest, this match had no right to be fun, and it was, and I don't know if that's a testament to Jake or to the people for actually following rules for once in a rookie's life,
or the fact that the rules were made pretty simplistic.
Yeah, just don't fuck up. Do not go for
get to yellow for out.
Yeah, and I mean, I've never seen this Danny Watts bloke cut a promo, but he won the match here. Apparently he's 19. I don't know what kind of drugs he's on, but as a 19-year-old wrestler,
there's a lot of drugs.
He looks about 42. But he looked like a fucking beast in this match. He eliminated,
destroyed everyone.
He just destroyed everyone and won. But you know, this match is what it is, and for a 6-man opener, it only went about 10 minutes. Got everyone looking like they've a nice bit of experience on a pay-per-view. I mean, I don't know what the difference is, to be honest, between a pay-per-view and a normal, but
compared to the last time something like this happened, this was fine. It wasn't a shit show.
Yeah,
so
I think that's all we can ask for.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Anyway, that's enough about that. We move on to the first part of the light heavyweight championship RP saga.
The Free Everett
saga. Yeah. Obviously, I read this before. This was like to be fair, the whole Dupree weight loss thing. It's just great. It's just brilliant.
Somehow, whenever the gimmick of I need to lose weight comes up in OCW when it comes to this belt, it's never not fun.
Yeah. I
remember when Pew was fighting for it, he basically had a 10-pound fanny pack that he just dropped midway.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, obviously Dupree is very, very. He's done that. He's very experienced. This is not his first run putting together a feud like this, and I think it turned out really well.
Definitely.
Yeah. Let me just get on to the next page if it will ever let me. Anyway,
don't expect OCW to
yeah, I was going to say, did that bring us on to our next match? No, it was the Quartz video promo.
The one that made kind of no sense in the beginning, but once you reach the match, it was quite easy to understand what was going on here.
I think, to be fair, if you do follow the Quartz character, this was definitely coming. I don't think CQC are ready to split at the moment. I think particularly Russ, I don't think you'll mind me saying, would probably struggle on his own at this point.
Gameplay-wise, I think he could possibly hold his own, but with the character,
yeah,
I think it needs.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's a nice bit of work from Quartz. Obviously, he puts in a lot of work for his videos and for the show. Yeah, way too much. I think he'll be okay with me saying that, but fair play to him. He's done a good job.
I've had to tell him many times, if you want to hide who you are, just don't write 6 promos for one show and you'll be fine.
Anyway, then next up we had the continuation of the Drago Caesar versus H2O feud. I believe this one is going to Resolution, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, seems pretty obvious.
I think the only qualm I'd have with this, to be fair, is I think H2O refers to himself in the third person way too much, to the point where it isn't human. I don't know if that's the point.
Kind of feel
I feel
like that is the point. He's got such a complex about himself.
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, it just doesn't sit right with me. But yeah,
it is a bit strange.
But anyway, if that's his thing, go for it, run with it. So good. Yeah,
that's the way he's always been. So
this was a long promo. It was words. I had to when I was
infamous H2O
I did when I went through this the first time, just skimming it. I will admit I did not read it, but
I didn't read all of it the first time around.
But I think this match will be good as long as H2O can not be as excitable as he has been in previous pay-per-view matches. But yeah, I trust this will be a good match.
We'll see how it goes.
We moved on to the first belt itself, the international title match.
Yeah, well, I say the brand new, but the returning international title.
This match, it was long. There were a lot of rope breaks. Someone won who didn't try to win. Poor Jamie. Poor Jamie.
He'll never be allowed to retire because just when you think he's done, he has another belt.
Yeah, but I think, to be fair, this was on one of Benji or Blacksmith to win, and they just couldn't turn up when it mattered, and
Yeah, if they just, even if Blacksmith led this match one God knows how many times, and if he was just not so quick to go, I need to win, and he just pulled him away from the ropes a slight bit, he would have been champion. But
yeah, man.
The only reason Jamie's champion is because he knows.
Yeah, pull that motherfucker away from the ropes, sort him out.
So it's not even a veteran tactic. It's you should know this by now tactic.
Yeah, I think they will. I think they both will happily admit that this was their match to win. I mean, I think obviously I've spoken to Matteo a little bit more than Benji, but I know what kind of person he is. He'll bounce back from it 100%. We had another Woodsboro promo involving Terror and Dragana.
I wouldn't say this one's much of a Woodsboro. Once you just sit there and it's like, okay, I see what's going on here. It's a hype up into a match type of thing.
I think it served its purpose quite well. But, you know, I don't really know. Terra Dataros is one of those characters who just kind of mills around at the moment. She's got this Dragana thing going on, but I mean, I can't really see where it's leading other than them two just continuing to be bestie friends.
Maybe that's just the point.
Maybe, yeah.
Terra's just one of those characters that is around to be emotional support to the roster.
Yeah, and you know, all power to her. She's doing the business.
On the show, doing the thing. So what can you do?
Yeah. Moving on, we had Ashley Moore and Empress hyping up their match. This probably was written after the match, considering how it went. I think it did well to give like an excuse to Ashley Moore for getting to you know how they almost bottled the lead. This was
too excitable, gone, too tired.
Yeah, this was good. I enjoyed that promo. We moved on to the Inception, throwing knives at Russ Cole.
But it's safe to say that when it comes to these two, I kind of don't really read it.
Yeah, I mean,
for some reason, I just don't really connect with the Tyson and Katie.
Yeah,
stuff.
well, I mean, it is what it is, you know. Yeah, I mean,
the things
I think, especially recently, Xbox tag matches have just been a bit of a shit show. Like, whether it's as much as it isn't a fault of everyone in it, or is, depending on how your understanding of F.P.R is.
What happens?
But, you know, I think at this point, the game shags you to the point where it's like 1 in every 10 tag team matches will actually be entertaining. And it's just, you know, what can you do about it?
Even that number's starting to wane. There's barely ever tag team matches that are fun to watch anymore.
Yeah, it's sad.
Thankfully, this wasn't one of them.
Yeah. And then we had the match. I think...
Much better than the first one.
Yeah. I think it was still very long, but, you know, you could...
25 minutes for a tag match isn't long by a long shot.
Well, objectively looking at it, 25 minutes for a match is pretty long. Anyway.
It goes that way. Plus about 10 minutes of it were, I suppose like 5-6 minutes of it were building up to the actual match.
Yeah. So we had, obviously, match. I think, it is what it is. We had... obviously, the return of Ines Quartz, if you're not following, the best one quartz. Of the best quartz, the most robotic quartz.
I'm 5'6", I'm going to drop you like a super heavyweight anyway, quartz.
Yeah, that's the man. I think again, considering what happened in the first match and then the maybe injustice that occurred. Leading to them losing their titles.
This was much
better. them having the titles into resolution. They'll put on a good match. I don't really know who wins.
I have an idea, but I'm not going to say anything in case plans change.
Yeah, I mean,
if what happens. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I mean, good for them. Obviously, it's a good, nice little what's the word? Full circle moment where they obviously had their first resolution against each other. Now they get to be with their last resolution, they formed the tag team against each other, and now they're at the top, I guess, of the tag division.
Yeah, I guess it formed at last Lucian, and now they're the tag champs going into Lucian.
Yeah. So moving on, we obviously had the second part of the OCW Light Heavyweight Championship RPs. I think we've pretty much said everything that we need to say.
It's always good stuff.
Yeah, I know. Obviously, I'm a little bit biased because obviously Callum is my brother. But I genuinely think they've done a great job with this, and considering the short time frame they've had really to build this match, they did very well.
You can build a lot in a short time as long as you both put all into it.
Yeah, and you could just tell that. So anyway, we moved on. We had a rookie promo from JT.
Oh boy!
Yeah, I don't really know a lot about him, but he shouts a lot.
I feel like this is his first promo. Maybe I don't know. If it isn't, then Whatever.
I think it may be his second or third, because he had a match on a Turmoil recently, or I think. So,
yeah.
Only RP when you book, kids. It gets you booked.
So that's the rest of them.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I could talk about how to get yourself booked through RPs, and to be honest, this might not be the way of doing it, because I feel like with especially if you're not getting booked, doing, I guess, meaningless RPs that no one's going to remember won't help you. I think the philosophy that I kind of went with is give me a reason to be booked on the next show, and that's kind of worked for me.
I was guilty of this
I
for a
wouldn't say
while
it's
as
kind
well.
of work. Yeah, and it just gives you something to do, gives you a little bit of character to progress, that kind of stuff. So yeah, anyway, we moved on to the light heavyweight title match. This match was just clean and just there was. I mean, Antonio looked. I was going to say Antonio looked pretty good in this. Obviously, beating Drago last month, there's I think it's kind of clear that he's not really a slouch when it comes to playing the game, and I would obviously know because I've DM'd him about 250,000 times.
There could always be that slight argument of a fluke roll up, but I think tonight proved champion for a reason.
Yeah. We moved on. Obviously, we had the culmination of the CQC reformation.
The return of
Ines.
Russ basically saying he's known all along, pretty much. There's something here.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. It's cool. We had another rookie promo, this time in video form. On the stream, I was going to say, on the stream, I didn't know who this was. But, and had I not had it given to me in black and white that this was Solomon Kane, I still probably wouldn't have known.
Probably could have given a name, unless there was one and I wasn't listening.
Yeah, I think the voice was kind of distorted, wasn't it? So it was a bit difficult to hear. But, fair play. You've pushed the boat out a little bit, maybe. So, cool.
See how we're from here.
Yeah, we had another Terra emotional support promo. I think this might be becoming a bit of a common occurrence now. So, is what it is.
Just there to make sure everyone has something to do on the show.
Yeah, moving on, we obviously had the 6-woman tag match between Valkyrie, Bound Flojo, Ashley, Empress, and Blaine. I genuinely didn't have very high expectations for this match because, tag team matches are bad. What a 6-man's going to be like. But this...
Yeah, 6-mans are usually quite bad unless it's the perfect storm.
Yeah, which, there is an argument to be made that this probably was about as good as a 6-person match is, like a 6-person tag is going to get. I think maybe going with elimination was probably the right choice, even though I didn't vote for that. I thought that just having the one fall to the finish might speed things up a bit. But
I think wasn't the vote basically tag or tornado? I think it was always going to be elimination. My memory is mistaken. I know one of the people in this match have done the 6-man elimination tornado before, and it was quite a good match, but everyone had to be pretty much
in the ring or
on their best. No, everyone was everywhere. Like someone's up on the ramp, someone's fighting elsewhere. And then we had the Invictus C community, which was just a fucking shit show.
That was pretty poor. But
that's when we had to go with tag, I guess.
I mean, this match told a good story. Obviously, I wasn't actually aware that Valkyrie's quote unquote career was on the line here. I mean, I don't know if you were, but
I think from the promos they stated she wouldn't be allowed back on Riot, but since Turmoil doesn't pay enough, it basically means career's over. So career isn't technically over. Still has a job, just doesn't want to do it.
Yeah.
Apparently our show's not good enough for...
Yeah, I mean, that's just factual information, really, but, life goes on.
How dare you?
Yeah, I think...
You don't talk about my show like that.
I mean, there's a nice spot in the main event of the Orange show, if you're so inclined.
Oh, boy.
Anyway, what was I going to say about this match? Oh, yeah. They told a good story. Obviously, the heels of the match nearly bottling the lead. God. Oh, that
Definitely bottling the lead.
almost. I think
3-1 and it ended in 1-1.
Yeah. It made Empress look great getting the pin for the final pin, and I genuinely really like Empress as a character and as a core, and like just watching her matches, just and obviously all the like little things she does for her character, like the custom nameplate, the cool editing on the entrance, just all that little stuff.
A lot of work goes into it, yeah.
Yeah,
And it pays off.
and yeah, obviously this was great for her to pick up a win here against someone who has been very much unstoppable this season. There are things to be said about her moveset.
Just things to always be said about something.
Yeah, I personally, I'm not a big fan. Even though Valkyrie has toned down the moveset with like the number of duck unders, I did have a look through, and she still has 6 different duck unders in her moveset. Pretty much, that's including strong. I do have it noted here, by the way. I am that much of a tryhard. She still has that kick into the leg drop bulldog equipped, which gives double momentum basically. So it's pretty much a broken move.
Yeah.
So I think that needs sorting out. 5 out of her 12 standing strong strikes that she has equipped leave the person standing. So that's almost half the time she'll hit you at random with a strong strike. You'll still be you'll be groggy, and you'll
that's just a turmoil thing.
Yeah, I just think looking at it, it's just like there's optimization and then there's like optimization. But I'm not going to sit here and say that she has to change it. If she likes her moveset, she likes her moveset, but
yeah, can't exactly say
whatever
anything about it bar that you don't like.
Yeah. Then we had T.Y. Sparks promo, I guess.
At least it's
he's got a concussion.
It's in English.
Didn't he get like unceremoniously chucked out?
Welcome to the rookie division, kid. Watch your neck.
Yeah, gives him a little bit of a direction, I guess.
Not working.
I feel like everyone's getting concussion these days on OCW.
If your leg ain't fucked, your head's fucked.
Yeah, 1 second. I'm just trying to move on to the next page real quick, and it is not working.
Did the site break again?
Yeah, fuck this website.
I know. Fix your shit, Jay.
Yeah. Anyway, moved on. The pretty long promo with the
retirement
so this was
Valkyrie.
More in the ring. What's next for Valkyrie? I assume she's the match for Lucian will be Blaine versus Valkyrie. That seems to be the big money match.
Considering the part in the match where tapped Blaine out like it was nothing.
Yeah.
It seems to be that's what it's going
to. Yeah. This should be a good nice, like, how many weeks we got now? Like 4 or 5?
Got quite a few. We've got all of May, and then it's at the start of June. So
yeah. I'm looking forward to
5 weeks.
Yeah. Moved on. Maxwell versus Bobby Minio for the Pride title. This was another pretty one-sided match, actually.
Very
like Bobby has improved a hell of a lot. Like, obviously, I faced him on Riot, and he gave me a bloody good run for my money. And I genuinely wasn't expecting him to like push me as much as I thought, as much as he did. So I just
if there's any one season, it's Bobby Minio's
season. Sorry, I put a lot of hoop books on him winning this match, and thankfully he did. He's got the Lucian match now. I feel like it would have been a bit of an anticlimax had Maxwell won. But obviously you can't count him out. Him and his F.P.R.
Him and his wonderful F.P.R.
Yeah, anyway, moving on, we had Shepherd doing a nice little promo, sort of
The first two people in
the future investment.
Future investment has been found.
Yeah, that should be a good clusterfucky match.
It always is.
So yeah, and then we moved on to the two main events. First, of course, B17 versus Wrex. I was cheering for you very strongly in this match because
it was me versus B17. That was your first mistake. We have a very bad record.
You know, whatever. I don't care. I think you have done a very good job with your current title reign. I was very sad to see it come to an end. But to be fair, the match was very fun. I think there was a lot of moments where the game sort of set up moments for you pretty perfectly. Obviously, with you like dropping to the knee for the bingo punch, and you did something else to avoid a bingo punch.
Went for a grapple and it just whiffed right over my head, I believe.
Yeah. This match was there was no issues with it. I mean, as you'd expect, and fair play to B.
He's understand the concept of staying down, and he's once again OCW champion.
Yeah, and I guess you're going to move on with your life.
I'll get my rematch at some point, but I've got other things I have to do before then.
Yeah.
And this isn't my main concern.
And then just before we got to the final match, the continuation of the Jest Capo saga. This was a Wordsboro promo. But
it's always a good Wordsboro promo.
I can say it was a good Wordsboro promo. And I mean, they're considering Jest has done the right way of not being able to be booked for a number of weeks, in terms of staying active and RPing and trying to tell a story, even with the limitations of not having
even with his console still being on a boat somewhere.
Yeah, and
should hopefully be back in May.
Yeah,
though. So.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping for that as well because obviously I have my other reasons for wanting him to be back. So yeah, moved on. P3 Bonanza, just the classic
Good old P3.
Yeah.
The birth of the cube.
Yeah. So I think this is setting up a match with Matsuda and Spider. I think obviously expected.
It's quite interesting to note, also knowing that Drago's also setting up a match with H2O.
Yeah, I mean they've set this up for a Lucian match as well, with the last line sort of going, leaving behind a banner with the leather Resolution logo. I don't know.
Battle for Time and Space 2. Oh god.
Yeah.
I remember the first one so well.
Yeah. So yeah, and then that sort of just led us into the final match. I mean, I did have Jake shouting at me for a good long couple of hours because I wouldn't stay down, and he felt that maybe I should have just stayed down. I mean, I will say that me and Pew did actually redo this match, but this was the original. We did a redo, and the result didn't change. This was we obviously both. Well, I mean, Pew sort of was fine with the result, even though I didn't stay down. We redid the match. He said, let's just do a complete redo. I won again, and he made the call. He sort of talked to Spider, and he made the call, and he sort of said, well, this match was the better of the two, so why not just add this one? But I mean, I'd like to know your thoughts about it, because I've spoken to a couple of people, and Jake has been a bit more impassioned than others about,
I think it was fine. Yeah. I mean, if you're champion, and the amount of times there was pinfalls, there was resiliencies.
Yeah.
It was. I wouldn't even say it was really you should have stayed down, because you kicked out of.
I kicked out.
How many?
I kicked out of 2 naturally at the end of the match, and I kicked out of 1 using Resil. And then I hit my finisher.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
That is not too much at all. I would say it's a perfectly fine win.
I mean, yeah, I was a little bit nervous, I guess, going like having it air, because I didn't really know what people would think, but I did feel
perfectly fine.
Yeah, I did feel a lot better about it. Obviously now I get to move on and do my resolution thing. I don't really know what I'm doing at the moment. I don't really have an opponent lined up, but Pew now gets to go and do his Lucian thing. And I've had a very weird journey from the start of the year to now, but
That's the truth.
yeah. So and I've had a lot of fun. I think me and Pew put on a pretty good match. I think he said to me that the spot of the year was him jumping off the turnbuckle and chopping me across the chest. I think maybe I would agree, but yeah, I don't really have much more to add, to be honest.
I must say I'm annoyed that you kicked out a lot, mainly because I wanted Pew to win.
Yeah,
but that's about it.
Yeah, to be honest, I think Pew wanted me to win. He didn't want me to fuck this opportunity up. And there were very many moments in this match where I could have fucked the shit up. And
there was so many times it came very
yeah,
close.
I felt very relieved at the end of the match. But yeah. So my story continues with the belt. I don't know who I'm facing for Lucian, but
well, if you got 5 weeks to figure it out, I'm sure you can find someone.
Yeah, I'm sure someone wants to bloody have a go. I don't know who.
Green Everett to Lucian.
Yeah, I mean, that would be a very good match, but I feel like it'd be a bit rushed at this point. But
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, anyway, half an hour strong. We've managed to absolutely
cut it down by a good half hour from last time.
So yeah, anyway, I guess that's the end of the show. You got any final words on it?
It was a
all right,
good finale up to the road to Britain. Fuck you.
Yeah, and bring it on. People are really starting to kick into gear now, even more than they were last month. So
without Lucian season, this is when everything really starts kicking up a notch.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, so I think that brings us to an end. I mean, thank you for coming on and filling in at such short notice. Makes my life a lot easier.
I have nothing to do with my life, so I might as well show up from here.
Well, that's all right then. So yeah. Anyway, thank you all for listening. This has been the final word on Road to Glory, and we'll see you next month.
See you all at Lucian.